Test 1 2 1 2 testing 1 2 1 2. Oh, it hasn't been that long since we've seen each other, has it? 24 hours removed from yesterday's 3-1 defeat at home to Highgate. We're here again on Coventry United TV. No rest for the wicked here on the Red and Greens channel. Today's fixture sees Coventry United, a more experienced Red and Green side, take on Westfields here at the big, blue and beautiful Butts Park Arena. The final time we're coming to you live from the Butts with a first team fixture this season. Of course, the lads are in action on Thursday against Rugby, but we will not be here as we have live coverage of the County Cup final with the Coventry United ladies instead. So it's a bit sad today. It is our final trip to the Butts on a first team fixture day this season. So the two teams lining up in the tunnel area. Well, for the final time here on CUTV, in terms of the first team fixtures, we are live at the Butts Park Arena. The Red and Greens have one more fixture at home on Thursday evening, but CUTV will not be there as we have live coverage of the Women's County Cup final instead. So for one final time, the Coventry United first team are live at home at the Butts Park Arena until next season at least. And tonight, a more experienced Red and Greens outfit take on Westfields, who currently sit in 7th place in the Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division. It's Westfields, it's Coventry United, it's Coventry United TV, and it's live with Liam Cook. The big team news here at the Butts Park Arena as we're about to get into the starting lineup. Mitch Piggin is back in the starting lineup for Coventry United. Of course, he was registered with Coventry United earlier in the season, and that of course allows him to play for the Red and Greens after Barwell season has finished. So the Red and Greens have tapping back for one game only. So let's get you into your starting lineups here at the Butts Park Arena. For Coventry United, number 1, Tom Deitch. Number 2, Liam Kennedy. Number 3, number 3, Kyle Barnett. Number 4, Gift Musa. Number 5, Jamal Clark. 6, Rob Prinzel. 7, Lewis Rankin. 8, the captain, Chris Cox. Number 9, Mitch Piggin. Number 10, Ryan Palmer. 11, Kyle Carey. On the bench for Coventry United, number 14, Warren Decory. And for Westfield today, number 1, Kieran Blackburn. 2, James February. Number 3, Sam Plain. 4, captain Phil Glover. 5, Kane Kahaki. 6, Sam Mendes. 7, Stuart Davis. 8, Hayden Turner. 9, Mark McGee. 10, Kingsford Adaji. 11, Carlos Morea. Substitutes for Westfields, number 12, Ben Hayes. And number 14, Scott Jackson. Well, fingers crossed, no coverage issues tonight. Well, Coventry United will kick things off, kicking from left to right in their red shirts with green shorts and socks. Westfields in their chain strip of sky blue and maroon. Looks like maroon to me. Well, we're underway anyway here at the Butts Park Arena, live coverage of Coventry United versus Westfields. And it's live on CUTV with Liam Cook. As we said, a much more well, a much older first team, we shall say, more experienced. But in all fairness, the under-21s yesterday, who put on the red shirt against Highgate, they did themselves proud. So, of course, we've got to say a massive shout out to all under-21s players and academy players as well, who put on that red shirt and really put a shift in for their club. And also a big shout out to one of our younger viewers, Alfie Green, who is listening from home. Make sure to get that homework done, Alfie. Of course, if you have any shout-outs you want us to get through here on CUTV, let us know on Twitter at CovUnitedTV. Lofted ball forward towards Ryan Palmer. The defender tries to nod it back to the goalkeeper. Out comes Kieran Blackburn to make the gather. So Kieran Blackburn with the ball in hand and boots it clear. Adaji brings it down. Great first touch from the number 10. Davis didn't have a great touch. Now it's back with Barnett. Lofts it towards the right-hand side. Lewis Rankin. It flies over the head of Rankin. He should get to the ball, though, before it goes into touch. He does indeed. By Rankin. And there's Mitch Piggin. And immediately into his return to the red and greens, he pulls out a fantastic save from Kieran Blackburn. And a former Coventry favourite in Josh O'Grady has just turned up. Corner in and nodded clear at the near post by Stuart Davis. Still the opportunity to get it in from the left-hand side with Kyle Carey. Tries to turn Adaji. Gets the ball in. There's Chris Cox to the far post, but flicked away with the back of Sam Plain's head. Kept alive by Rob Frinzel. Now Rankin tries to get to a more central location. Rankin lobs it towards the net and a good catch by Blackburn. Remember, Rankin scored an absolute barnstormer against Westfields back in August, which actually won the CUTV Goal of the Month for August. The first ever CUTV Golden Boot given out to Lewis Rankin that day. Handball claims against the Westfields fullback. Referee says no. Kyle Carey brings it under control around the halfway mark. Loft forward by Carl Bite down the left-hand side. Maybe an opportunity for Ryan Palmer to get onto it. It's Palmer. Low cross. Opportunity now for Chris Cox. Now Rankin on the edge of the area, Lewis Rankin high over the net. But a promising start for the red and green so far. First Piggin going close, then Lewis Rankin. Keep it up, lads. As we said, Josh O'Grady in front of us here, now playing for GMP Sports, and of course the former Coventry United assistant manager back in the Edwin Greaves days, the now GMP Sports manager, Sham Alam. Scott Hammond there as well, so a number of former Coventry United personnel. So far seeing a very good start for the red and greens. 2 shots on target already for the red and greens so far, after less than 2 minutes. Carey tries to push forward again, and a through ball to Ryan Palmer, who's been a mainstay in the first team lately. Rankin wants it on the right, Palmer goes alone, and it nearly paid off. It bounces wide at the far post. A fast and furious start for the red and greens. I don't know what Terry Anderson's put in their cornflakes this morning, but I want some. Live coverage of today's Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division match here on Coventry United TV. Now, of course, don't forget to join us live from the Lamb Ground in Tamworth. New surroundings here on CUTV. We've never been there before. For the Birmingham FA Women's County Cup final between Coventry United ladies and Birmingham and West Midlands ladies. If any of our ladies team are listening today, get yourselves rested up, girls. We want to win that one. Hopefully we'll be bringing some extra baggage home on that particular spring evening. That will, of course, mean we miss the rugby match here on Coventry United TV, so there will be no coverage of the rugby match for Coventry United. In session by Carl Kay, Fraser through with Mitch Piggin just out of reach of tapping, and out comes Kieran Blackburn to smother that ball and throw it to the left with Sam Plain. Now Moreira. Westfields finally starting to get away from the penalty area. Lofted towards the right hand side. Adashi beaten in the air by Kyle Barnett, playing gap position at fullback this evening. Carey will find Cox. Cox will lofted ball to Lewis Rankin. Plain stabs it on. Mark McGee, good challenge, well made by Gift Musa in the midfield. Davis picks it up. Here's Kane Kahaki. Up line to Adaji. Covered up by Kyle Carey. Can he get the cross in from the right hand side? Carey as well to cover off the number 10. And the attempted cross is blocked by the leg of Kyle Carey. Down line to Kahaki. Here's Kahaki again. Chip pass for Adaji. In goes Carl Barnett to make the challenge. He feels that he should have got the throw. Referee says no, it will be a Westfields throw. Level with the penalty area on the right hand side. So 5 minutes gone here at the Butts Park Arena. One side on top so far with the red and greens with several great opportunities, but it does stay Coventry United 0, Westfields 0 for the time being. Throw to the feet of Turner. Poor touch by the number 8, and it's into touch for a goal kick for Coventry United. A wonderful day for United at Allpay Park back in August. With ambitions of promotion back then, it hasn't quite worked out due to several unfortunate circumstances. Goal kick to the feet of Chris Cox, too hot for handle. The chip forward by Mendes is brought down by Jamal Clark. Clark across the back line to Rob Prinzel. Kennedy in support. Kennedy, of course, usually a midfielder, but playing on the right hand side of the fence tonight. Cox again can't bring it to feet. Morea. Now McGee tries the deft pass into the box, but it was behind Hayden Turner, and there's Tom Deitch to clear. Deitch's kick made for Connie for Kyle Carey. Kahaki can't deal with it. It's Carey into the penalty area. Has to hold his run and backtrack to try and get some space. In towards Mitch Piggin. Piggin didn't jump for it. It was a header by Sam Plame. It's kept alive by Mitch Piggin. Well, they do call him tapping, which is probably why he doesn't score spectacular goals. And it was a rather spectacular effort, but the finish not quite what the now Barwell striker would have been expecting. Piggin, of course, leaving Coventry United at the turn of the year. He joined Barwell alongside his former Coventry United teammate Craig Reed, who has been playing for Coventry United in recent weeks as well. Of course, due to MFL regulations, despite the player registration deadline having passed last month, players are still allowed to play for teams that they have already been registered to. So anyone that's previously played for United this season can still play for the club if they get permission from their current club. And of course, it's a 12-man squad for the Red and Greens tonight, with young Warren Decory, the brother of former United captain John Decory. He's on the bench today. Blackburn's kick towards the right hand side. Adaji is the intended target, but it's met in the air by Kyle Carey. Straight to touch for a Westfields throw. Throw to be taken on the right side by James February. He's got options forward. Turner. Good scrum to shield the ball from Carey. Long ball forward towards the penalty area. Volleyed away by Rob Prinzel. Piggin is onside. But Sam Plain gets a boot in there and clears it for now. Cox keeps it alive, nods it towards the area, but no one made the run, and Blackburn will gather it without any sort of issue. He flicks it from the ground into his hands as Ryan Palmer closes him down. Towards Carlos Morea with the goal kick. Prince won the header, and Kennedy wins the seconds. The Westfields continue to push on with Stuart Davis. Morea just able to keep it in, and Kennedy not playing to the whistle there. May allow Morea in, and a save with the near post by Tom Deitch, but Kennedy has got to be doing better than that. He just put all of his cards on the table by hoping that the referee was going to call for a throw-in to Coventry United. It didn't work. In fact, the final touch did come from the Westfields player. It hit the post rather than being turned around it by Tom Deitch, but United got lucky there. Maybe a bit of immaturity being shown there by Liam Kennedy. The kick from Deitch straight to the feet of Morea. Kennedy's chance sends it into a throw. That's definitely a throw in that time. Maria will leave it. It will be taken by Sam Plain. Plain's throw. Turner turns away from Palmer as he tries to play it back to the goalkeeper. Mitch Piggin was through. He wouldn't have reached it in time, but the referee gives offside. In fact, no, it's drifted out of play on this near side, I beg your pardon, so it will be a United throw instead. Kennedy's throw, flicked on with the head of Piggin, Palmer, and it's come off, I believe that's Kahaki it's touched last, and it will be a United throw on this near side. Just a couple of yards down line from the away penalty area. Kennedy with ball in hand, ready to send it in. Musa offering the short throw routine. He hasn't been picked up and he's found Gift Musa. Musa taking on Morea, crosses in, and a corner kick will follow. Kieran Blackburn getting a touch as it was sent into the side netting. Ten minutes gone at the Butts Park Arena. Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division action here on CUTV. 0-0 between Coventry United and Westfields. 0-0 remains as Lewis Rankin sends in the corner from the right. Prinzel was in there, the defender couldn't quite clear it. And Rankin gets another chance at it. There's Cox at the far post, Cox towards Clark. And it's volleyed away by February. Adaji will not keep that in. He got a touch on the ball. It was too heavy. United had the throw on the left flank, about 10 yards inside Westfield's half. Barnett's throw to a free man on the left. That was Mitch Piggin, hoping to find Chris Cox, but the header was wayward. Clearance nodded on by Kyle Barnett of Coventry United. Now Chris Cox was being held there by the Westfields defender. United will continue. Musa switches to play beautifully to Lewis Rankin. Great first touch from the winger. Looking for the cross towards Piggin, headed away well. Musa keeps it alive. Cox. It was blocked by his own player, Mitch Piggin there, but Cox with a second attempt! And supporters were already cheering before the ball flew past the net. They thought he had gone in. But the strike from Cox, ferocious as it was, flew past the net and bounced onto the back of the goal via the advertising boards. United with 3 fixtures remaining after tonight's rugby at home on Thursday, then Highgate on Saturday. We said Monday yesterday, it's actually Saturday. And then on Bank Holiday Monday, a 3 o'clock kickoff at Stourport. The final game of the season as the ball from Musa falls to Blackburn in his penalty area, held off well Ryan Palmer by Phil Glover, the captain for Westfields. Don't forget to hit the like button below this video if you are enjoying today's coverage. Leave a comment below with your feedback. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube. Rankin volleys it towards the left-hand side. Palmer doesn't jump forward, but allows Carey to sneak in from behind. But Carey doesn't make the most of it, and he fires it over the crossbar from close range. Westfield's nearly paying for failing to pick up Carey there, but the young winger couldn't provide the finish. But there has only been one side in this so far. We've had 12 minutes and already the red and greens are dominating. But can they make the most of this incredible beginning? Here's Glover striding forward from the back. Lofts it forward. Prinzel volleys it away from Mendes. Into the centre circle with Kyle Carey. First time pass upfield. Nodded back to his goalkeeper by James February. Blackburn will have all the time in the world to bring this one under control. Throws it onto the left-hand side with February. Westfield's playing a 5-man back line. It's not helping them in a minute. United cutting through the away defence like a hot knife through butter. Kennedy will let it go on this near side as the header by Morea could not be kept in. Carlos Morea, the number 11, unable to keep it in. United push forward. Palmer's pass was picked up in the midfield by a Westfield's player. Bit of heading action there with Sam Mendes on the ball. Barnett boots it down the left flank. Kyle Carey might be able to beat Gahaki to the ball. Was shot by Gahaki. Carey stops it from going out. Now Gahaki's got a job to do to keep it away from the winger in the penalty area. And the clearance by Gahaki cannons off the back of the leg of Kyle Carey for a goal kick to Westfields. By the way, we had a quick word with the Coventry United chairman, Peter Reynolds, before kick-off. He'd like us to inform all the supporters of the club's gratitude to everyone connected with Coventry United, especially the loyal supporters of the Red and Greens. Your support this season and for next season as well is greatly appreciated. So thank you to everyone connected with Coventry United for backing us all the way this season. We look forward to seeing you back at the Butts next year. Prinzel wins the defensive header into the centre circle, flicked on by Gip Musa, only as far as Sam Plain, but there's Prinzel again to mop it up. There's a Adachi with the intersection on the halfway line towards the right. Kahaki keeps in the pass from Sam Mendes, hoping to find McGee, but it bounces away from the number 9, and Liam Kennedy will send it forward. Kennedy hoping to find Carey, cuts out by Kahaki. Carey able to win possession back from Kahaki and dribbles inside. There's Rankin in space. Lewis Rankin quickly closed up by Maria, and a slide, a nasty slide by James February, making clear contact with the United winger. Free kick as Rankin is limping, and that's not good news, as of course United only have one sub. Well, that sub, Warren Decory, is going to warm up, but an injury is the last thing United needs so early. We've only had 15 minutes. As Rankin still seems worse for wear after that rather robust challenge from February. United look to take advantage with a free kick. It's Kyle Carey, who's already had several efforts off target today. Can he put this one on target? No, he can't. It bounces off the advertising boards behind the goal. Carey, of course, scoring twice for the Red and Greens this season. One at Shawbury on that incredible night. United won by 2 goals to 1 after having 2 players sent off. That 97th minute winner. And then on Saturday, when he scored against Lye in a convincing 4-2 victory. Blackburn will send the goal kick well away from his box. It will come back again as Musa headed towards Piggin. Piggin towards Carey, and volleyed clear by Glover. Adachi tapped it over to Sam Mendes. Back to Adachi on the right flank. Overlap being made, but he won't find him. Barnett made the block, and Kahaki will try and shepherd it out of play. But as he's closed down by Piggin, he's forced to put it out for a throw on the far side. Carey down line to Musa. Switches the play nicely to Liam Kennedy, but it's quickly closed down by Maria. Kennedy will surge forward, hoping to find Chris Cox. It's brought to the feet of the fullback, James February. Maria. February tries to drill and pass to the left, straight to the feet of Rankin. Through ball for Ryan Palmer. Palmer's onside. It's Ryan Palmer towards the goal, and there's Mitch Piggin. He's missed it, but it's offside anyway. Tappin's lost his touch. Well, it's a good job that the flag was raised on this near side anyway. Otherwise, Mitch Piggin would have been left with a face as red as the shirt that he's wearing. My oh my, will Piggin be embarrassed about that one. Well, there is a video banding around social media where Piggin missed an absolute sitter from close range for a previous club. This one might be going out there as well. United knocking on the door again with Palmer. Now Lewis Rankin. Palmer makes the overlap, but it's Rankin maintaining possession. Tries to dribble his way through the challenges, then with a long range cross attempt. Goes straight into touch for the throw. Make sure to keep it locked to Coventry United TV this week. Live coverage of the Birmingham FA Women's County Cup Final at the Lamb Ground in Tamworth. Coventry United ladies versus Birmingham and West Midlands ladies. Exclusive commentary, exclusive highlights. It's all exclusive here on CUTV. We'll be live from 7:30 on Thursday evening. So at least we get 24 hours to rest the old throat. Blackburn sends it away with the goal kick towards the halfway line. Headed by Musa, but sent forward by Morea. Adashi, the only Westfields player in a relatively attacking position, but he was nowhere near the ball as Jamal Clark is there to give it back to Tom Dodge. I believe that's Dodge's first kick of the match. Turner. Musa again with a great challenge. Barnett stretches and just gets enough on the ball to slow it down. Carey ducks and dives out of about 4 Westfields chances. Make that 5. Now Kennedy onto the right. Lewis Rankin. Nice skill there to keep it in. Chip pass for Chris Cox. Can the captain get it into the box? He can, but it's already across the line. So we've had 20 minutes here on CUTV, live coverage of the Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division match between Coventry United and Westfields. Score remains Coventry United 0, Westfields 0. You get live coverage, of course, of United's match on Saturday away at Highgate here on CUTV, but as we said, we will not be providing coverage of Rugby Town's match here at the Butts Park Arena. But we'll be making a little phone call this week. We may actually have a ground hopper at the match, so you may still get highlights. Watch this space. Anyway, it's out for a throw on the halfway line for Coventry United. Carl Barnett with the run up, picking with the header. Palmer being held, but volleyed up line by February. Dashi tried to be cheeky, but it's easily intercepted there from Carey. Musa bounces onto the right with Lewis Rankin. Kennedy, first sign cross. Straight onto the head of a Westfields defender. Now the visitors look to clear. Chris Cox. Morea with the challenge. It looks like he's made contact with the leg of Cox rather than the ball, as United have conceded the throw. Throw by Plain. There's Turner to nod it on. Over the head of Kennedy. McGee can't bring it down. Headers galore here at the Butts Park Arena. It's like netball with heads. And Sam Plain volleys it on the Butts Park Arena roof on the left-hand side. And it will be a United throw. So Liam Kennedy looks for options with the throw. Throws it over Kahaki. And it bounces over Gift Musa. In goes Carey to try and win it back, but it is cleared by James February. There's McGee, just out of range of Adachi in the centre circle. Carl Barnett picks it up for United. Gift Musa. Now Clark on the ball. About 10 yards inside United territory, sends it up line. Rankin tries to take it past Plain, but couldn't get enough contact on that ball. Up line and Prinzel will clear. There's Chris Cox. Back into midfield with Musa. Musa lets it run to Jamal Clark. Clark looks for the long ball. Carey's header in. Piggin, can he get it in? No, he can't. It's stabbed away. Phil Glover able to put it out of play for the corner kick. Let's hope Tapping is still living up to his name, although he didn't earlier. That video will be going viral tomorrow, I can guarantee you that. So Lewis Rankin with the corner from the right. Who's in there? Cox jumps for it. They'll come to Mitch Piggin on the left. Piggin whips it in. Prinzel's in there, playing with a crucial header. Prinzel tries to get to the seconds, but it's taken away. A scuffed ball upfield by McGee, only as far as Kennedy. Cox now on the right with Rankin. Rankin's delivery towards Jamal Clark. He's still up from that corner, nodded away by February, only as far as Kyle Carey in the midfield. Carey dribbles it through the centre towards the right flank. Forced away by Adashi. Back into United territory with Kennedy. Now Rob Prinzel. Barnett calling for it on the left. Barnett gets it on the left. Prinzel Only as far as the Westfields defender, but Palmer will keep it alive. Now Cox, playing as a makeshift winger. Bounces over to the left. Good switch of the play to Kyle Barnett. Now Kyle Carey. Carey in, over the head of Mitch Piggin, and a goal kick will follow. 25 minutes gone here at the Butts Park Arena. It remains Coventry United 0, Westfields 0. How? I'm not quite sure. The Red and Greens have absolutely dominated the opening half of this match. But you have to make the chances count. We're taking a short break at half-time for a quick cup of tea. So we'll be muting the microphone for about 10 minutes. You don't need to find a new live stream. However, we will be back on air by the same stream 10 minutes after the half-time whistle. Blackburn's kick towards that left flank. Header win by Chris Cox. Straight over the head of February, and Palmer will catch up to it. Palmer tries to keep it in. Palmer does keep it in. Blocked up by February. Slide by February. Seems to have clipped the heel of Ryan Palmer. Rankin able to get there and keep it alive for United. Slide by February, referee says no foul. Rankin tries to get it in again, challenge made, and Westfields come away with the ball. Rankin asking for the free kick, but he won't get one. Adaji, now February, covered up by Palmer, goes down the central route this time. Mendes can't do anything with it, it's obviously number 6, Jamal Clark can. Clark sends it forward, but pushing it back on Mitch Piggin. Referee says no foul, and Gahaki with a hairy moment there, deciding whether to turn away from the penalty area or give it back to Blackburn. He's lost out anyway as Rankin is tripped by Adaji. That's one foul that Rankin will get. United by far the better side in the opening half of the first half, but it means nothing if they can't make it show on the score sheet. It remains scoreless. Will Rankin's free kick change that? Headed straight out of danger. An unchallenged header by Phil Glover. And it will be a throw on the near side for the Red and Greens. So Kennedy goes into the blue and white seat and will pick the ball out of the stand. Kennedy with the throw into the box. Prinzel wins it, flicked on. Couldn't find Piggin. Ryan Palmer is back to goal on the edge of the penalty area. His pass only finds Plain. Now Westfields look to get themselves on the counter. Here's McGee, the number 9. Lobs it forward. Jamal Clark with the interception. Barnett brings it down. Carey, back to Barnett. The two Kyles linking up well there. Upfield to Mitch Piggin. Rolls it right to Chris Cox. Rankin in short range. Rankin. Offside appeals from Westfields, ignored by the ref into the box with Chris Cox. Cox's cross caught well by Kieran Blackburn. Great hands by the Westfields goalkeeper. And Adaji tripped as he makes his way around Gif Musa. Free kick given by the referee. Free kick taken rather quickly. Morea. Across to the right hand side. Here's Davis. Dispossessed by Kyle Carey. Rankin. And a lofted pass. Palmer's onside. He's got Piggin to the left. Takes it around the defender. Ryan Palmer slots it home. This kid is making a serious impression for the Red and Greens. I don't think he'll be returned to the under-21s next season. He had Piggin on his left, but he didn't need him as he simply strolled around the Westfields number 5. Nothing that Kane Kahaki could do, and nothing that Kieran Blackburn could do. Ryan Palmer finally makes Coventry United's dominant show on the score sheet. It's Coventry United 1, Westfields 0. It's been coming. You can't say it hasn't been coming. Ryan Palmer. I've just got a ground hopper next to us asking for the goal scorer. United going for the second swiftly after the first. Ranking sandwiched between two Westfields players. United still with the opportunity to come forward though. Kennedy, it bounces onto the right, but Palmer can't reach it. So we've had half an hour of play. The Butts Park Arena, Coventry United making their dominant show as they finally open the scoring. Of course, 4 points will ensure they finish above their city rivals Coventry Spinks. They fell behind Spinks on goal difference last night. Of course, United took the lead at home to Highgate yesterday evening, so they can't take anything for granted. And tonight, the Red and Greens are slightly more rested than they have been in recent weeks. Kennedy in towards Palmer, it's over. Palmer, and he'll come through to Kyle Carey, left-hand side, Carey. And there's Kyle Byatt, takes a touch, and a shot charged down by February. Now Westfields head on the counter-attack, but Gibb moves it as well to get there. Played all the way back to Deitch, and Deitch can only find Maria. Threaded through, United's lead for only a couple of minutes. Oh, yes it will. Mark McGee sticks it through the hands of Tom Deitch. United stretched at the back, nothing the back line could do about it. And McGee had time and space to think about what he was going to do with it. There was only one thing in his mind as the Westfields number 9 pegs United back almost immediately. It's Coventry United 1, Westfields 1. So Mark McGee with the goal for Westfields. United lofted it from the back straight into Kieran Blackburn's grasp. The first attempt that Westfields have had throughout the entire match, the first meaningful attempt, and they've gone and scored. It's a real disappointment for Coventry United as they've dominated this match, and just as they get the lead, they're immediately brought back to 1-1. And it could get even worse with Jamal Clark able to shield the ball from Mark McGee. Byatt's ball down left deflected, and off the boot of the Westfields number 8 Turner. Barnett's throw up line. Piggin challenged well, and it's into touch by February's head. So we may need another ball just as we get the original match ball back. Another ball's been booted onto the field. Barnett's throw long up the left. Piggin's header to the chest of Ryan Palmer. Palmer cuts in beautifully. Will Palmer have a hand on another goal? It was one in the air across by Plain. And Gahaki hopes to find February on the right. It rolls off the shin of February for a Coventry United throw. Can the Red and Greens push on and get their lead back? Barnett up line. Gahaki wins the header from Palmer. Westfields know what a threat he can be now. Turner comes away with it, despite trying to get through again. Long ball from the back from the Red and Greens, cleared easily by February. Night forward again by Rob Prinzel. And a rather powerful pass down the left from the Westfields man. Liam Kennedy falls back towards the danger zone as Tom Deitch with a hurried clearance sliced towards the touchline. It will go out for a throw for Westfields. Looking a little bit shaky as we approach the 35th minute. Adaji returns the ball to Sam Plain. Nice passing on that left flank. Maria to Adaji, low cross by Adaji, and Prinzel sends it towards the left flank for another throw-in right in the corner for Westfields. 35 minutes gone, what an action-packed 5 minutes we've had. It's Coventry United 1, Westfields 1. Plains throw, brought down for Adashi. It counts off the leg of Prince. It was going wide. A deflected shot is cleared as Sam Mendes hoped to put Westfields in front. Blackburn out of his goal to make sure that the long ball towards Piggin caused no issues. As Blackburn tracks back to his goal, February is caught out by Rankin, able to get the ball as far as Jamal Clark. Clark turns away from McGee and keeps it alive for United. Clark to Kennedy, back to Clark. A good serve to the butts, enabling United to use some good footwork, showing what they can do on the deck. Carey can't quite keep it in, goal kick. Blackburn lines up the goal kick and boots it towards the centre circle. It flies past Prinzel and McGee. Clark will look for Rankin on the right. Rankin beaten in the air. Musa. Great tackle on the number 8 for Westfields. Palmer's through ball, blocked by February. And the danger elapses for now. Long ball headed up by Liam Kennedy, brought down by Adashi. Tried to flick it over Kennedy, that wasn't going to work. And Lewis Rankin spots the run of Piggin. He checks it, he's onside and he's good to go. Can he get it in from the right hand side? It's towards Rankin, palmed away by Kieran Blackburn. But here is Lewis Rankin. And oh wow, it powers up the crossbar. This game isn't staying at 1-1, I can guarantee you that. Rankin, and they're coming ever so close to getting United's lead back, is going to take this corner from the right towards Piggin. Adashi's header will be kept in by Rankin. Smacks Adashi straight in the face. Moose's header flicked over the defence by Rob Prinzel. There's Mitch Piggin, smashes it across the face of goal. A tight angle for tapping, but he couldn't quite divert it between the sticks. And it remains at 1-1. Those are the margins in this match. Blackburn clears towards the right. Carey nearly won the header. It's brought down by Jamal Clark. Prinzel runs onto it, tries another cheeky lob over the defence. This time Westfields are ready for it, and Blackburn brings it to the floor and into his hands. Closing in on the 40th minute. Remember, we are going off air for 10 minutes here with CUTV during the half-time break. You can still use the same live stream for the second half, as we'll just be muting the microphone for a quick break. Carey turns away from the challenge, hoping to find Rankin. Play knotted back to Blackburn. Blackburn has to backtrack to the touchline, just about able to keep it in. Now the Westfield shot stopper will volley it away from his net. There it goes. Adashi makes the run down the left. Kennedy tried to intercept the pass, and good pressure by Kennedy forces Adagio into touch. Kennedy's throw up line, won in the air by the number 7, Stuart Davis. The Musa intercepts and dodges the challenge. Clark spots the run of Chris Cox down the right. Plain wins the header. Lewis Rankin first to the loose ball. Kennedy with the overlap, but Rankin forced back into defence with Rob Prinzel. Prinzel at centre-back alongside Jamal Clark. Cox on the edge of his own penalty area, chests it down to Lewis Rankin on the right. Rankin to Liam Kennedy, playing out position, the fullback tonight. Cross towards Piggin, chested down, but can Westfields clear it? Palmer lobs it to the right with Lewis. Rankin should just about keep it in. He does, a bit of a trip, but in fact it's gone out of play. So with 5 minutes of normal time to go until the break, it remains at Coventry United 1, Westfields 1. Opening goal coming around the half-hour mark through Ryan Palmer before a swift equaliser by Mark McGee. Blackburn drives it away from his goal once again. Clark tries to get his leg onto it, but completely misses. McGee, there's a Musa again to stop the Westfield attack. But he will concede the throw on the right hand side, just inside United territory. Westfield's passing it around on the right hand side. Kahaki sends it towards the box, volley clear by Kyle Barnett, and the job finished up by Chris Cox. Down to earth by Gift Musa. United now with the opportunity after Westfields lose possession in the centre circle. Palmer one-on-one! Palmer's got a double! This lad is something special. Composed finish, slotted low to the keeper's right, and Ryan Palmer restores United's advantage. It's United 2, Westfields 1. Well, the assistant on this near side is getting a barrage of abuse from the Westfields manager, who feels that Palmer was offside. Palmer had to look to his right to make sure that he wasn't. So did Mitch Piggin. United made sure before they steamed on. But according to the liner on this near side, everything was good. United were okay to continue. And continue they did. But immediately, just like last time, Westfield's on the attack after the goal, but this time United are ready for them. Lofted into touch by Liam Kennedy, I should say, from the penalty area. And again, the Westfield's manager still barraging the assistant with abuse on his near side as Piggin tries a cheeky back heel to put Palmer through again, but it counts off the left leg of Piggin and into touch. Throw up line by Plain. Nadashi, here's McGee trying to turn Kennedy inside out. He couldn't do so. That's McGee again. It rolls behind the number 6. United on the counter, looking for a third before the break. Carey tries to switch the play to Lewis Rankin, a little bit out of reach for the winger. Plain's header kicked on this near side by Adashi. And Plain with a swing at the ball and toe pokes it straight into the stand. United's throw taken quickly by Mitch Piggin. Not a little bit of a seal dribble going on here by Chris Cox into the area. And there was a rather powerful clearance which went particularly nowhere. But as Piggin tries to win it back, he nodded over the white line for a goal kick. Oh, crikey, what a first half. Oh, crikey. I'm from Coventry, not Lancashire. Oh, it wouldn't be a home game if we weren't getting in front abuse left, right and centre. Why do I do it for the money, eh? That's why I do it, for the money. That's one thing guaranteed here at Coventry United, a good laugh. Kahaki heads it back towards Blackburn in goal, and to be fair, Blackburn's had a pretty solid game. He has conceded twice to young Ryan Palmer. Goal kick not on by Adashi. And Adashi will get it back. Bit of a shove in the back there on Gift Musa by McGee. Referee says no. There will be a throw on this near side. It'll be taken by Sam Plain. Adashi being held by Kennedy. Referee gives the free kick against the youngster. This will be the final attack of the first half here at the Vets Park Arena. Last attack I should say of normal time. There will of course be some added minutes. Who is this standing over the wall for Westfields now? I can't see a shirt number. So it's Moraes. Moreira, I should say. So Carlos Moreira to send it in from the left-hand side. Both managers barking instructions. Moreira in. Nearly went all the way into the net. Punch clear by Deitch and volleyed low and away by Kennedy. Piggin with another volley upfield. A high boot there by Plain. It does the job. Only as far as another United player. But Westfield's charge on again. Moreira, in goes Rob Frinzel, cutting across the Westfields winger, and it will be a throw to Westfields. Normal time is now over. We've already had about a minute of added time, so this will surely be the final move of the first 45. Run up by Plain, throw by Plain, header by Piggin, away from the box. Plain nods it forward to Moreira. Moreira, overlap being made by Plain. Kennedy will shepherd the ball into touch. And the referee blows for half time. And a job well done for the first half for the Red and Greens. 2 goals from Ryan Palmer give Coventry United a much deserved lead here at the BPA. Half-time score, Coventry United 2, Westfields 1. And we're going off air here on CUTV for about 10 minutes. We're muting the microphone so you can use the same live stream for the second half. Don't go anywhere, we will be back. Hello you beautiful people, we're back for the final 45 minutes of first team football on CUTV this season at the Butts Park Arena. Live coverage of Coventry United versus Westfields in the Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division. Score is currently Coventry United 2, Westfields 1, thanks to a double from the ever improving Ryan Palmer. The teams are back on the field. Get into the starting line once again for Coventry United for the red and greens today. Number 1, Tom Deitch. Number 2 is Liam Kennedy. 3, Kyle Barnett. 4, Gift Musa. Number 5 is let me get the team sheet on. Number 5 is let me get the team sheet up first. I was trying to do it by memory. Number 5 is Rob Prinzel. Number 6, Jamal Clark. 7, Lewis Rankin. Coventry United number 8 is Chris Cox. 9, Mitch Piggin. 10, Ryan Palmer. 11, Kyle Carey. Substitutes for Coventry United number 14, Warren Decory. And for Westfields number 1, Kieran Blackburn. 2, James February. 3, Sam Plain. 4, Phil Glover. 5, Kane Kahaki. 6, Sam Mendes. 7, Stuart Davis. 8, Hayden Turner. 9, Mike McGee. 10, Kingsford Adaji, and number 11, Carlos Morea. Substitutes for Westfields, number 12, Ben Hayes. 14, Scott Jackson. Coventry United throw taken on the right hand side by Kennedy. Field down the right hand side, and that will not be reachable for Ryan Palmer. Will take the throw up line. Nodded on by Morea, hoping to find McGee. All the way back to Deitch. Deitch clears thanks to the back pass from Rob Prinzel. Met in the air by the midfielder. United will send down the right with Lewis Rankin. Rankin's long ball picked up by the double scorer Ryan Palmer. Palmer's cross cannons off the head of February. And a second header ensures that will go out of play for a corner to Coventry United. Rankin will take the set piece from the right flank. Second goal, a third goal for United, I should say. Third goal would give United some much needed breathing room. They would certainly deserve that third goal as Piggins' header is nodded away from the line. Overhead kick by Barnett keeps it alive. Clark brings it down. Juggled by Chris Cox. Tries to turn and get the shot away. Chris Cox charged down. It'll come out to Carey, and a hopeful ball, but a wayward ball towards the penalty area. Carey's efforts have not exactly been accurate. Kieran Blackburn to take the goal kick. There it goes towards the right hand side. Adaji will jump for it. It goes over Adaji and over McGee. One in the air by Kyle Barnett. Nodded on by Chris Cox. There's Carey. Once again, United can't retain it. Stuart Davis over to the left hand side, hoping to find Morea. It's one in the air by Liam Kennedy. Rankin halts his run, covered up by Morea. Spins away from the winger. It's taken out from behind, and Rankin's gone down, holding his knee. The referee decided not to stop play, but the winger is currently down, and the referee has now decided to blow the whistle as Westfields were considering kicking it into touch anyway. Well, Rankin back on his feet, but it does seem as if that right knee is causing him some problems. So Warren Decory has gone to warm up down the touchline. United manager trying to get a clearer picture of Rankin's condition. He seems okay, no physio required. That's a good job as there isn't a physio on duty tonight, so it wouldn't matter if there was one required. But players underway once again. It's played back to Kieran Blackburn. Let's get you the latest score from the Champions League semi-final at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid currently lead Bayern Munich by 2-1. 4-2 on aggregate, so Bayern Munich are heading to the final. Piggin sends one down the left flank. Kyle Carey catches up and tries to get it in from the left flank. Cuts in from the flank. Cross over the head of Piggin. Rankin then goes plain, stabbing it clear in the air. It looks like Warren Decore is going to be called on. Rankin doesn't look right at all. Westfields taking advantage. United have tracked back here. Long ball down the left, nodded on by Liam Kennedy. Westfields will pop forward again. Long ball towards McGee on the edge of the penalty area, flies over McGee and Clark. Barnett will have to do something here, and he wins the throw for Coventry United. It rolls off the leg of Adashi. And there is going to be a change of Coventry United. Warren Decore will come on, and it's probably a sure thing that Lewis Rankin will be the player to come off. It's the hamstring. He's feeling the hamstring again. So it's a recurrence of the hamstring injury that has kept Lewis Rankin out for upwards of 3 weeks. It looked to me at first it was a knee problem, but it is indeed Lewis Rankin being replaced by Warren Decore. A little bit of a bit of an order there by Roy Head, and there is some applause for Lewis Rankin. Not the sort of man that I want to cross anyway. Coming on is Warren Decore. Well, there have been rumours about Rankin's future over the last few weeks, and we do sincerely hope this isn't the last time that we see Ranks in a red shirt. We are underway once again with Kyle Barnett taking the throw, with a throw straight into touch on the left-hand side. So United now all out of subs, so if they get another injury, well, they're in trouble. Thrown to the area, nodded up by Chris Cox, who of course can double up as a defender. Musa can only head as far as Davis. Lob to the right for Adashi. Kahaki. There's McGee on the edge of the penalty area. He's already got one tonight. Turns away from Prinzel. And it's blocked by the leg of Jamal Clark. And now Gib Musa races away through ball for Warren Decore. Decore strides at the Westfields back line. He could make an immediate impression, but a good challenge well made by the defender. He's certainly got some pace behind him. And Chris Cox charges down the attempted clearance down the left flank from Sam Tye. It will be a goal kick to Westfields. We've had approximately 6 minutes of second half play, so 40 minutes still to go at the Vets Park Arena. Score remains Coventry United 2, Westfields 1, but there has been a substitution as Lewis Rankin taken off with a recurrence of the hamstring injury which has plagued him for the last few weeks, and he has been replaced by Academy striker, I believe he's a striker. That's Warren Decore who's come on. He's taken a place alongside Mitch Piggin up front, with Ryan Palmer switching to the right hand side of midfield. The goal kick by Blackburn in the air by Cox. Palmer can't get to the rebound. United trying to get away from their own backyard. They haven't been put under too much pressure this afternoon, but the chances that Westfields have, not too many of them, of course, but the chances they have had, of course, United some pretty sizable headaches. Musa able to shield the ball. Prinzel's clearance straight to Morea. In goes Chris Cox. He can't evade all the challenges. Here's Adashi now, and a Cox gets in there again. Determination from the skipper. Adashi goes in from behind on Chris Cox, and the referee gives the free kick. And I tell you what, the referee's getting some applause, and Chris Cox getting some as well. But again, the Westfields manager not happy. Have we finally found a good referee? No, there's a few of them around. Bless them, they try hard. Barnett's free kick sent towards the penalty area, out of reach for Decore and volleyed clear by Davis. Pringle sends it back in, and if it wasn't for the header back towards the goal by Phil Glover, who is also, despite being a centre back, is Westfield's top scorer. If it wasn't for that header, then Pickham would have had a real chance. But the kick goes all the way back to its opposite number one in Tom Deitch. Deitch throws it to Barnett in space. Barnett, Decore is offside. Good idea though by Bryant to spot the young striker down the left wing. Well, next time we're on air here on CUTV, it's live coverage of just the second cup final in CUTV history as Coventry United ladies take on Birmingham and West Midlands ladies in the Birmingham FA Women's County Cup final. It's live on Thursday evening from 7:30. Palmer tries to cover up the cross. The cross is in. Prinzel will let it go for Tom Deitch. So Deitch gathers the ball under no sort of pressure. Deitch with the clearance. Had a one in the air by the Westfields defender. There's nothing that Westfields can do about it for now, as Prinzel is dispossessed for a moment. Just send it up again with Kennedy. Decory doesn't jump for it. It's Glover's header towards the left. Westfields trying to keep it alive on the left-hand side. Lofted forward by Plain. And again, Kennedy gets his head in it. Cox flicks it on for Gift Musa. That midfield has been working like a well-oiled machine tonight. Musa receiving a bit of a dig in the back there by Murray. Referee says play on. Advantage is now gone as Cox loses out. It's fired into the air by Glover. It's gone over the head of Prinzel and to the feet of Liam Kennedy, and the run, so the jump I should say, by the Westfields number 8 takes him out of commission. Cox, there's space on the right for Warren Decory, slide through for Decory. Can he cap off his debut with a goal? He nearly did. It was well saved by Kieran Blackburn, getting both hands to the ball, and the defender made sure that it went back to the keeper with the rebound. Adaji nods it past Barnett. It's a surging run down the right side by the number 10, but he's got several red shirts in front of him. It's actually blocked up by Musa, and Musa able to tap the ball over the white line for the throw-in to Westfields. 35 minutes to play here at the Woods Park Arena. Coventry United 2, Westfields 1 is the current score in the Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division match. Kahaki with the throw deep into the Coventry United penalty area, brought down by McGee and blocked by Clark. McGee with Westfield's only goal of the match, which was brought on by hesitant Coventry United defending. Again, United have got to be careful. They can't allow Westfields to start putting them under pressure. United could and probably should have been way more than one goal in front. Westfields hoping to ensure there are no goals in front with this corner routine. Stabbed into the box and nodded away by Mitch Piggin. Back for one night only for Coventry United. Whips in from the left. Prinzel can't clear McGee. He couldn't get onto the ball before Deitch ran out off his line to grab possession. And again, a defensive mishap nearly costing the Red and Greens their lead. Deitch's kick. Decory nearly in on goal with the aerial header by Plain, and that's the goalkeeper to grab onto it. Maria challenged in by Carl Carey around the midfield, but it's lofted forward by Kahaki towards the edge of the area. McGee beaten in the air by Rob Prinzel. Now Ryan Palmer blocked off well by Stuart Davis. Prinzel and Musa collide. It allows Westfields to break forward with McGee, and he sends it straight over Deitch's net. It's taken a touch of a Coventry United player, and that deflection may have been the only thing that has denied Westfields an equalising goal. Corner to come in from the right hand side, and a header from the Coventry United player. I believe that was Chris Cox who got his bounce on it, allowed it to fall, no sort of pace. And Tom Deitch able to scramble to it. Palmer races down the right, taking on Turner. Still going Ryan Palmer into the area, slots it through for Warren Decory, side netting. And a corner. A Westfields player getting a touch on the ball. Warren Decory already making a sizable impression on his first team debut. As Lewis Rankin makes his way towards the Coventry United dressing room with an ice pack on his right hamstring. Cornering from the right. There's Cox with the header, a little too high for the skipper's liking. And the advantage remains at 1. Blackburn home to kickstart Westfield's attack with the kick brought to the feet of Adaji beautifully. Adaji strides at the United players, blocked up by Musa, and Prinzel lets it trickle back to Deitch in goal. Deitch takes his time in picking up the ball as McGee races towards the United goalkeeper. Deitch with the kick. Towards the centre circle, up jumps Chris Cox, but he's beaten in the air, a rare occurrence for the skipper as well. Great leaving ability, beaten by Mendes. Now it's Turner into the box, chips it in for McGee, and up jumps Deitch to the near post to end that particular move. Well, Westfields have certainly put themselves in the equation in this second half. United don't look as comfortable now as they did before the break, but again, United still having opportunities of their own. They will need a third goal to make things safe. 15 minutes gone in the second half, half an hour to go at the Butts Park Arena in the Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division match. Coventry United 2, Westfields 1 remains the scoreline. Love forward by Stuart Davis. He won't find the sky blue shirt. And Deitch again takes his time in picking up the ball. If you are enjoying today's coverage here on Coventry United TV with Liam Cook, don't forget to smash that like button below the screen, that little thumbs up button below your YouTube screen. Leave a comment with your feedback, subscribe to Coventry United TV on YouTube for more exclusive content, hit the notification bell next to it to ensure you're updated with all videos here on the channel, and you can get us on Twitter at Cov United TV. Ryan Palmer follows through on the challenge on a Westfields player in the midfield, and the ball towards Adachi was good, but the referee feeling that it would have been more of an advantage for Westfields if they had the free kick on the halfway line. United next in action on Thursday here at the Butts Park Arena against Rugby Town in the Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division. But of course we will not be here on CUTV due to our filming commitments with the Coventry United ladies, but there may yet still be a camera here. Watch this space, we'll try and let you know. Blackburn's kick into the penalty area, and Jamal Clark jumps into the back of James February. Westfield certainly had a case there. The Westfield's manager still unhappy with the performance of the official. He's having a few supporters ask him to keep the noise down. That's putting it politely. Deitch booted away with the goal kick. Palmer can't bring it down, but sent forward by Gift Musa towards Warren Decory, and Decory takes it past February. It's Warren Decory in from the right, rolls it through to Piggin. Piggin with the strike, and again there's Blackburn to deny tap-in from a goal on his return to the Butts. United will push on again with Barnett striding forward. He can play as a fullback as well as a centre back, so it's not exactly out of position for Kyle Barnett. Musa caught unawares by Davis, and it forces Prinzel to take one for the team and blast it out of play for a throw on this near side around halfway into United territory. But a wayward chip pass by Sam Mendes goes straight out of play for a goal kick. I believe a victory for Coventry United, if results go their way, could take the Red Greens up to 7th. There's been another goal, by the way, at the Burnabout. It's now Real Madrid 2, Bayern Munich 2. If Bayern Munich get another goal, then I believe that means that they would go through to the final on away goals. It's far from over at the Burnabout, it's far from over here at the Butts. But you don't need European action to keep you stimulated here. You can see the throw just in front of Terry Anderson's dugout. Throw up line, nodded away easily by Kyle Barnett, flicked on by Cox. But Davis will put it up line to McGee, scorer of the only goal for Westfield so far. Onto the right hand side now with Adashi. And taken out by Kyle Barnett. The ball had already gone. And the free kick given on the right hand side of the penalty area. Westfields need to make these chances count. They haven't had nearly as many shots as United have. But it's not the quantity of the attempts, it's the quality. Westfields have had that with a few chances they have had. Will they have it again? No, they won't. They're now by the top scorer Glover, the centre-back who has scored 35 goals this season. Yeah, you heard me right, a centre-back has scored 35 goals. He wouldn't get a 36th there as a header drifts harmlessly wide of Tom Dyche's top corner. And the referee is having a quick word with Warren Decory. It looks to me as if Decory's got some sort of jewellery on him, and the referee isn't too keen on it. Well, Decory's off the field while he removes the offending item. The players underway and Decory is back on the field now as Westfields have possession deep into United territory. Chris Cox barges Carlos Morea down from behind. As we head towards full time, we've got 25 minutes to go here on CUTV. It remains 2-1 to United, but Westfields are starting to pile on the pressure now. The tempo turned up from the visitors. But a free kick to come in from the left-hand side. It may go all the way. And it goes onto the roof of the net. No touch from Tom Dyche. United maintain their advantage for now. Red and Green Army behind their boys all the way as they have been all season. And of course the message from the Coventry United chairman Peter Reynolds coming through earlier today, thanking all red and green supporters wherever you are for your support this season. At Dutch Park Arena, away from home, wherever the red and greens have been, you've been absolutely incredible this season. We hope to see you again next year. Dyche wins a defensive header. Morea still has it. Morea tries the long-range effort. Dyche won't be caught out with that one. And allows the ball to remain in play before picking it up as he's closed down by the goal scorer McGee. Ryan Palmer's 2 goals for the Red and Greens currently put United 2-1 in front at the final home match that we will cover here on CUTV for the first team. We'll still have, I think it's about 5 matches for the ladies team here at the BPA for the end of May. Carey spins away from Adashi, is forced towards his own goal, slides in on Adashi, and the referee may want to take further action. It seems as if it was more of a challenge of frustration by the United winger. A bit of pushing and shoving there from the Westfield and Coventry players. Visiting troops not too happy with the challenge from Kyle Carey. Slide on Adashi. Number 10 is okay after rolling about the ground for about 30 seconds. It's amazing how players can recover. Sam Mendes with another opportunity to send a set piece into the danger zone. There it goes from Mendes. Out comes Tom Deitch. Deitch punches it up. Has got a backtrack to his line now. But a potential second cross won't come in, but they will concede the corner on the left-hand side. Morea will go across to take it. Can Westfields take advantage of their much improved second half performance? The volley by Hayden Turner is well off the mark. And as we head towards the 70th minute here on CUTV, it remains Coventry United 2, Westfields 1. We'll be naming our CUTV player of the match in 15 minutes time. Let us know in the comment section below on YouTube or on Twitter at Coventry United TV who you think should go to. You can go to either a member of the Coventry United team or the Westfields team. Whoever you feel has made the biggest impact, let us know in the comment section or at Cov United TV on Twitter. Deitch with the run up, Deitch with the kick. Straight into a highly congested Westfield midfield. The pass only picked out by Carl Bant of Coventry United, lost it down the left hand side. Kyle Carey and Warren Decory putting the visiting backline under some pressure, shoved by Decory. And a good catch by Blackburn, but again the Westfields management feeling they should have had a free kick. Forceful play by Warren Decory, but fair play according to the ref. And here come United again with Mitch Piggin. Takes a touch too many as Mendes sends it straight towards Tom Deitch, who again will take his time in picking it up. He's got it in his hands now. Score remains Coventry United 2, Westfields 1. Both goals for Coventry United scored by Ryan Palmer, who has now been moved out to the right-hand side of midfield due to the injury to Lewis Rankin. Warren Decory playing up front now for United. Here is Palmer, pass blocked by Kahaki. Stabbed in the air by Gip Musa, and Musa will dart down the right. Takes on one, takes on two. Can he get it into the box? No, he can't, but it's only due to the interference of a Westfields defender. I think it was Glover who got the decisive touch on that one for Westfields. And United with the corner on the right hand side. Since Rankin went off, Red and Greens haven't really threatened Kieran Blackburn's goal. Warren Decory with a decent effort a couple of minutes ago, but that's been about it. Into the box towards Chris Cox. Nodded clear by the Westfields defender. Piggin on the left, shielded from the ball. Will just about keep it in, but Kahaki will intercept and send it forward towards Adachi. Musa makes sure the ball isn't coming back for now. And Kahaki finishes that job for him as he nods it into touch for a throw on this near side to Coventry United. It will be on the left flank for the Red and Greens, just inside Westfield's territory. Can United hold on, or will they go for a third? You would assume with Westfields piling on the attacking pressure that United would need a third goal to ensure the 3 points stay in Coventry. Free kick for a shove by Warren Decory, and that move ends abruptly. Kieran Blackburn lines up the free kick around 5 yards outside his penalty area towards the right. There it goes. Nodded in towards the penalty area. Prinzel again lets it go towards Deitch. But Morea has impressed here at the Butts Park Arena, where the standout performance for Westfields. Also Adachi, when given the opportunity, seems a very promising player. Goal gets straight to the feet of Glover, the Westfields captain, and it flicks off the back of Jamal Clark's head to Deitch. And again, he'll simply pick up the ball, or Tom Deitch, and slow the place down. And again, the Westfields fans are asking for some involvement from the referee as Deitch is hanging onto the ball. He won't get it, and a wayward pass by McGee, aimed towards Morea, picked up by Rob Prinzel. Prinzel up line to Warren Decory. And there is Kahaki to intercept and volley it forward. Adachi battles in the air with Kyle Barnett. Barnett wins the battle but loses the war. It will be a throw-in on the right-hand side, level with the penalty area for Westfields. And Adaji has to go into about the 5th row of the blue and white season, the Butts Park Arena. The Ball Boys have been given a well-earned night off tonight. But it's a school night after all. So there will be a throw-in now with Sam Mendes over it. Adaji with some movement. It's to the feet of McGee. Holds up the challenge of Kyle Barnett. Cross charge down by Barnett. McGee will get to the seconds. Adaji in. And up jumps Rob Prince to nod it clear, and Kyle Carey gets onto the seconds. Halts his run and plays it down line to Liam Cady. Driven pass, almost reached to Corey, but a crucial touch in the midfield by Turner. Now Glover. Hoofs it up the left-hand side. And again there's Liam Cady, who has had an absolutely storming match. Flicks it over the midfielder. And a half volley towards the halfway line. Westfields man on the left-hand side playing, ensuring the ball goes out for a throw into Westfields. But again, the ball into the final third, straight to a United man. Brinzel sent it into touch for a throw, level with the penalty area on the left flank for Westfields. Down line, here's Plain. Low cross, easy pickings for Mitch Piggin. We have been told Piggin will be back for possibly another 2 matches. As Chris Cox stabs the ball away from a Westfields defender but can't get to the second ball. Carey will have another chance to break forward. Down the right to Decory. Decory lets it run. Here's Kyle Carey. Into the penalty area. No one there, and Glover will get it only as far as Chris Cox in the midfield, but Cox's pass is poor. It allows Adaji to break down the right. And again, Kyle Barnett with a great challenge. The two sides exchanging long balls at the minute. Decory is offside. He had to look, and I don't think the linesman was sure for a while. We have just 15 minutes to go here at the Butts Park Arena. It remains at 2-1 to United. Morea goes down. Kennedy let it go out of play for a Coventry United goal kick. Mitch Piggin seems a little bit worse for wear. He's having a bit of heavy breathing there. But to be fair, Piggin has had his moments. He's returned to first team action for Coventry United after moving to Barwell, and Chris Cox races past the defender and catches. I believe that was the fullback Westwood. Caught him on the knee. It was James February that he caught, and the referee wants a word with Chris Cox. We haven't seen the yellow card brandished throughout the match. I don't think we'll see one now. It's just going to be a warning. To be fair, the ref has been quite lenient and has really managed this game really well. Time running out, Blackburn will send it towards the box and try and get Westfields another opportunity. Cox's header goes behind him and into his own box, but again there's Rob Prinzel to ensure the attack goes no further. So playing with a throw on the left hand side, just inside United territory, run up in the throw by Plain. McGee brings it down, stabbed into the box. Jamal Clark brings it to the ground. Is quickly put into pressure by McGee. Trying to be a bit too clever there with the clearance. But he has won the throws. His long ball down the right, cannons up the knee of Mark McGee. Oh, that rhymes. I just wrote poetry. Yeah, it's not quite as good as the meat in a corn sandwich, though, is it? Oh, that's definitely making the old CUTV blooper reel. I'll tell you what, I've just got to look back through all the old CTV broadcasts and see some of the daft things I've said, because there will be a few of them, knowing me. Yep, no complaints around there. Yeah, everyone's nodding. Everyone in the media section is nodding. Anyway, back to the actions, what we're here for. Lofted ball to the area for Adachi, and a shoulder barge by Jamal Clark. Hopeful claims of handball from the Westfields manager. I'm not sure what game he's watching, but there was no handball in that penalty area. 10 minutes to go here on CUTV. Remains Coventry United 2, Westfields 1. Westfields have a throw at the touch of Kennedy. There's space on the right hand side for Turner. Davis. Now February back to the halfway line for Westfield, trying to build from the back. Wayward pass picked up by Mitch Piggin. Cox flicks it away, but Westfield's coming back for more. Bakahaki loses out to Chris Cox. United on the counter. Decory's offside. Carl Carey isn't, and Carey through on goal, stumbles. There's space on the right for Decory. Gets it from Ryan Palmer. In fact, no, Decory is offside that time. But it was intercepted by Glover, the Westfields captain. 10 minutes to go here in CUTV, and United at the moment are hanging on. But there will be a Westfields change. The visitors are set to bring on, I get my team sheet out, they are going to bring on Ben Hayes. So the number 12, Ben Hayes, about to come on for Westfields. The goal kick nodded into touch by Mitch Piggin. And Kyle Barnett sends it precisely onto the back row at the Butts Park Arena. Crikey, Kyle, target practice. Literally, he's got that just right. He's banged it up towards the back of the Butts Park Arena. It's bounced off the wall and landed right next to the second row of seats. I'd say, I'll talk about an accurate clearance. They're certainly wasting some time. But here comes the change. And I can tell you, coming off, it's Hayden Turner, I believe. So Ben Hayes on for Hayden Turner here at the Butts Park Arena in the first of two potential changes for Westfields. They have only one left in Scott Jackson. No sign of him just yet. United, of course, have already made their one and only sub with Warren Decory on for Lewis Rankin in the first 5 minutes of the second half. Rankin suffering another hamstring injury. Maturity. Oh, and it's a nightmare for Tom Deitch. Deitch comes out for it and loses out. A real disappointment as it's bundled over the goal line by Phil Glover. His 36th goal in all competitions. But a goal that Coventry United should not have conceded in a million years. And it seems all that hard work has been undone for Coventry United as Phil Glover has scored the goal for Westfields. Now United trying to get themselves their lead back. They haven't got long to do it. Surging run from Cox down the right hand side, a slide by Plain. Westfields have the ball back. Long ball put in the air by Prinzel, sent forward again. Adachi into the penalty area. Out comes Deitch, and Deitch hoofs it away towards the halfway line. Header won by Plain. Sent towards the right hand side. Here's Hayes, brings it down. Can he complete the turnaround? No, he can't. He catches Kyle Barnett. Appeals of a higher boot. Referee says no. So with just 6 minutes of normal time to go, it's now Coventry United 2, Westfields 2 at the Phil Glover's goal for Westfields. So the edge of the penalty area, Glover brings it down. United player has stayed down. That's Chris Cox on the ground as the Red and Greens get it out of the box for now, but it will come back in. Morea shielding the ball from Gift Musa. Musa puts it out of play for a throw into Westfields on the far side. Adaji loses out on the edge of the penalty area and a low drive towards Deitch, and Deitch won't lose out with that one. The United led for so long. Now they have been pegged back after a mistake from their goalkeeper Tom Deitch. Piggin can't control the ball, but it will be kept in by Ryan Palmer. Piggin looking for the run of Kyle Carey. It may well reach as he creeps behind the fullback, but out comes Blackburn, and his saves may be crucial to keeping Westfields in with a chance of some points. Cox's long ball, hoping to find Ryan Palmer. Palmer swats the goalkeeper off his line. Couldn't send it towards the goal though. Piggin will keep it in on the left. Cross blocked by February. Hayes will sprint clear. Now February on the run. Volley towards the centre circle. It's met by Chris Cox of Coventry United. Cox wants some options. He hasn't got many. Here's Ryan Palmer. Cox making the overlap. Tries to find Cox. He was never going to find him. He was covered up by February. February's clearance. Sent forward again by Jamal Clark, but sent into touch by the big number 6. 5 minutes to go until full time here at the Butts Park Arena. Coventry United 2, Westfields 2. With just 7 minutes to play, the ball was bundled into the net by Phil Glover after a howler from Tom Deitch in goal. Coming out and trying to claim the ball, completely missed it. United get the throws. It's not into touch by Stuart Davis on this near side. Piggin wants to take the throw quickly, but in fact he's going to leave it for Kyle Barnett. Barnett, up line. Header won by Kahaki. Cleared by Morea. Towards McGee, there's Jamal Clark to win it. Who's going to bring it down though? Musa leaves it. He eventually gets there, but Morea puts him under pressure. Now it's Adaji. Morea making the overlapping run. Put through down the left-hand side for Morea. Can he put the cross in? There goes Gift Musa with a slide into touch. Now Westfields playing it around the midfield with Kahaki. Playing, lofted pass down the left. Kennedy will try and shield it into touch, and he's done just that. But United were wasting time towards the end of the second half. That time may have been precious to the Red and Greens, as they now have to go in search of a winner. Deitch's goal kick, unchallenged in the midfield, headed on by Kahaki. Adaji on the left, taking on Liam Kennedy. He's got two options in the box. Can he beat the young fullback? Yes, he can. Adaji in, flies well away from both McGee and Hayes. Well, both teams feel they can win this. No one time wasting now. Hear the Westfields players saying we can go and get the 3 points now, come on, keep pushing. And the way they've been playing in the second half, you wouldn't say they don't deserve it. Poor touch from Musa allows Westfields in again. McGee. There's Prince of the clear. We'll be naming our CUTV player of the match a little bit later on. Offside, says the linesman on the far side. Westfields wanting to play on, but they won't have the opportunity. We'll now name our CUTV player of the match. It's a difficult one because there are two players that have really stood out, one defensively and one attackingly. Kyle Barnett's had an incredible match, but we've got to give it to the man who really has given United a real opportunity of winning this match with 2 goals. It's going to go to Coventry United's number 10, Ryan Palmer. It was a close run thing between Palmer and Kyle Barnett. Sends it to the box from the goal kick. Deitch comes out again. This time does get something on it and sends it out for the corner. With 2 minutes of normal time to go, the Red and Greens at the minute are hanging on for a point rather than going for the win. Can Westfields complete the turnaround? and get themselves the 3 points. Out comes Dyche, punches it as far as Adaji. Adaji sends it back in. There's February. And it's in for the goal kick. Dyche doesn't seem in any particular hurry to get the ball. United happy to settle for the point. But the way things have been going for Coventry United, they've really been struggling to collect points. They did win on Saturday away at Lye Town. That was their first win in 6. Dyche's clearance. Again, no one there for Coventry United, not attacking the aerial balls. Up rather than out by Kennedy. In fact, it is out. It's out for a throw. And again, Westfields knocking on the back door of Coventry United. Will it open? As the referee points out where the throw should be taken. We have 30 seconds of normal time to go before the added minutes. There should be about 2 minutes of that. Over the head of Piggin. McGee charged down, but still alive now for Glover. Runs over the ball. Does Kahaki. Back heel by Kahaki. Morea blocked again. Never say die, say Westfields. And Adaji tries to put it in again. Plain lofts it in. Kahaki wins the header. Glover in for the seconds. Now Ben Hayes. His cross is charged down by the foot of Chris Cox. Added time has now begun and United holding on for dear life just to get a solidarity point. The throw coming there from February. Morea. And the cross in. Has that gone out? Referee says no. And somehow Dyche has saved it. Glover furious as he feels the ball has crossed the line. He's the only one in the whole stadium that has that opinion. You can see from here, it was nowhere near the line. It was saved with the foot of Tom Dyche. But Glover may get another chance as it's won in the air by Clark and another corner. We've already had a minute of added time. United are running out of time here. And maybe that time wasting with the red and greens could come back and cost them. Well, you have to say, if any team's got to get the winner now, it looks pretty likely it's going to be Westfields. Can United hold on for the point? It's in towards Glover again, and a brilliant save. Tom Dyche able to get it up the line. Liam Kennedy in there as well. I believe it was Dyche who managed to keep it away. It's cleared all the way into the Westfields half for a throw. Check of the watch from the referee. And full time at the Butts Park Arena. United dominating the first half. Westfields dominating the second. You can probably say that a draw is the fairest result. A double from Ryan Palmer, giving United a real opportunity to pick up some points. But the points are shared here on Coventry United TV. The final score on our final home first team coverage of the season. It's Coventry United 2, Westfields 2. Well, thank you so much for joining us here at the Butts Park Arena. That's it for us, I'm afraid, here at the BPA in terms of first team matches. We're only here for Coventry United ladies from now on. And of course, there is one more match for the first team on Thursday as they host Rugby Town. Kick off at 7:45. Make it if you can, but we won't be here as we will be in Tamworth at the Lamb Ground. Live coverage of the Birmingham FA Women's County Cup final between Coventry United ladies and Birmingham and West Midlands ladies. Kick off at 7:45. Coverage from 7:30. Video highlights to come. But I am going to make a quick phone call to see if we can get some visual coverage here at the Butts of the rugby match. We'll let you know on Twitter if we can do that. Highlights will be unleashed upon the internet tomorrow. Thank you for joining us once again, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you once again on Coventry United TV on Thursday.